Hello everyone, this is Nitin here. How you guys are doing? So in this tutorial I'm going to demonstrate how to paint watercolor landscape, a very simple landscape which will help you to learn this medium, right? So let's start doing the sketch first. So I'm going to make a rock which is quite far from your eyes. It's a kind of a rocky mountain, and then we have some palm trees, right, and some more trees, and this is what the kind of sketch we have. There might be in a couple of people just walking, and this is actually it's a paddy field, so you can see those crops, paddy fields, right, and a lot of palm trees across, right? So this is the kind of a story we have. Okay, so we have our sketch ready. So now what we're going to do is, so we will apply the very first layer of watercolor. So let me introduce my color palette. I'm using this as ultramarine blue, this is sap green, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, orange, sepia, and red. So mostly I'll be using all of these color mixing together. So let's start working on this sky. So I'm just taking ultramarine blue and a little bit of yellow ochre, and I'm just applying here very smoothly, lots of water on my brush right now. So probably I'll just take a little more ultramarine blue and just pour it here, right? And as we move forward, there's just a little bit of color variation. Now I'm just using this yellow ochre to bring some flavor. And gradually when we are going down, I'm just introducing this green color. As I said, this is kind of the paddy field. So I'm just mixing ultramarine blue and sap green. Right. So this is the kind of the first layer we got, right? So what we will do is we will let this first layer completely dry. Do not work anything until unless your first layer not get dry. So before moving to the next layer, Let me introduce you to my new course on Udemy. This is an online watercolor course which will give you a lot of ability to learn and grow with a watercolor, especially for if you're looking to learn how to make a watercolor cityscape. Then this course is really remarkable, and that will really help you to learn and grow with a watercolor. So please do check my this course on Udemy, and I'm sure that you're going to love this course, right? So the course link I've given in the video description. Please check that and enroll in that. All right, so now as you can see, our first layer is completely dry. Now we can just go ahead in a second layer. So for the second layer, I am taking ultramarine blue, a very soft color, and just applying here. Since this rock is slightly far, so your color should be a little lighter, right? So this rock is just extending from this place to here, and just move there. And just under this mountain we have some trees, right? So I'm using this blue, ultramarine blue for the tree. Right, so all of these are going to be a tree. So thing is like we are just enjoying the process, as I'm telling in all of my videos. A lot of people are actually making a lot of stress about how things will work on watercolor. So my suggestion would be just enjoy the process and don't think about what is coming out and all. The basic thing is like you have to make a lot of art. That's only the key. Without practice, you'll not see any improvement. That's a fact. So these are the trees. And some shadows, this trees shadows. Right, I remember we had a couple of people here. Now we can paint them. So he's wearing the blue shirt, and yes, just going with his friend somewhere, right? And moving further down, so now we need to change the brush. And here we can just pack this. Right. If you want to give some texture, just give that. Right, and remember we had some palm trees there, so now we can paint them. Just some basic brush stock for the this is a quite heavier tree. So now you can see basically I'm working with a various way of making things depth on the light, playing around that, leaving some space there, like some our first layer should be visible. So these are some of the basic things so we need to consider when we paint, especially when we're working with the depth, right? Now we need to compose this, so your painting should be look like a packed one. So you need to pack this here, right? So this is the kind of a composition we should learn, right? Remember we had this paddy field. Right, So basically, you need to make a lot of this. I know some people say, hey, I can't do this. When I go, it's completely spoiled. It happens. That's very obvious that you will see your paintings are going nowhere in a first go, right? But after doing a certain practice, you will see that things are changing, right? So try to do that. Do not just leave your hope, right? So practice is the key. Please understand that. So now give a little more to this guy and some more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now just one more thing is this couple of guy here. Right. Right. So we are done. So this is kind of a sketch we need to do a lot, as I said, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Please check my watercolor course, online watercolor course on Udemy. I have several courses online available, and you can see those courses are not just teaches you watercolor, it gives you more than that, especially how to work with the confidence, because the confidence, until unless you'll not build a confidence when you paint, things will not come out good. And that's the very basic thing that we'll have to understand, and we have to learn first, right? So these courses will teach you all of them. So either you can learn from Udemy courses, or you can check my Skillshare classes. All of those links are there in my video description. Just check that and enroll into that, and you will see a lot of good development, especially learning watercolor. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, my Patreon. It's awesome. Your help has been really helping me, and I look forward to have more and more Patreon who come forward and help me. So that would be really helpful. So thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe and make a lot of art. So see you soon.